Hello everyone and welcome to Fableheim. It's been a while since I've done any sort of guide, so I thought, you know what? Today, we're gonna do an achievement guide. Slight spoiler alert, if you've never seen what happens when you lose the game, we're about to find out together. Because I've never lost. I've just restarted a few times, but that doesn't really matter. Okay, onward to the guide. I'm gonna be showing you how to do it as efficiently as possible, with a little bit of fluff in the middle. So you want to start a new game, you want to start it on hard mode for maximum doomsday penalty. And here is the story, but you just spam the C button because we're not here for the story today. From that point on, you can hold the D button and skip everything because we're already pro at this game. You don't need to know what's happening, at least for this part. So, you might be wondering what the fluff part of this was. Well, the fluff part is that we are going to be sacrificing our adventurers to the dark gods for a little bit of RNG luck. Because if you've been following our shenanigans playthrough, you know we are about to face off against the very first boss. Now, of course, I'm not afraid of the boss. I have complete confidence in myself and in us. But, I'm not as confident in getting loot. So that's what we're here for today, to appease RNGesus. So I named ourselves Sack Pact. Wow reference there. One of the more annoying skills. Just recruit everyone, it doesn't really matter anymore. Now as for the optional bit here, if you would like, after Mark stops talking. Hi Lenny. Bye Lenny. You can name your crew to appease a specific deity. So, un momento. Once you have sufficiently named your characters, this is again the optional part, we are appeasing a few gods here, but most importantly, appeasing RNGesus because, well, you know, the dictator of random number generators must be appeased at all times, if you wish for good luck. Now you can skip everything, all that matters is that you get here into the Misty Forest, you can go wherever you please, that is irrelevant. Skip all the tutorials because again, we're the best. Place your crew wherever you please because this doesn't matter. Do not take any items with you and begin the expedition. Well, they aren't going to let me, so just take one food and move on with your life. Now that you have entered the dungeon, you don't care about that. It is very important that you take one step to the south. Well, of course, you don't want your body to clog up the teleporter now, do you? Now you just spam X. You press X and you wait while pressing X. This will drain all of your food and luminosity as if a turn has passed. And this is going to take a while. So just keep doing it. It's also important that you do not stand on the teleporter so that your bodies, your fallen corpses, will bring nourishment to the great mists. Darkness closes in all around us as we continue to take 1 HP loss. Please accept my gift, Cthulhu. If only there was a little more food. Your first achievement should be, well, you may have gotten another one, but I've already lost some people, so I already have some achievements. And goodbye. Sacrifices to Yogg-Saron and to RNGesus. And then there were two. A glorious sacrifice to Heinrich. Spoiler alert, falls into the soil. And all that remains is our second sacrifice to RNGesus. May doom fall upon all the world!
I am the lucid dream, the monster in your nightmares.
It looks like we're actually not going to trigger Doomsday. That is a little unfortunate. But you know what? Fine. I'll do it again. This time I went into the third zone, and as always, remember to take one step to the south, so that your fallen bodies may nourish the great mist, and so that you're not clogging up the teleporter. That is just good manners. And now you spam the X button again. I forgot to mention this while I was doing the recording, but now that we have plenty of time for me to edit this in, there are 2 more death achievements. One of them is to have someone fall in battle against a monster, and the other is to have someone die from bleeding. These are both relatively easy, and you could do this after you get your, death from food achievement if you want. Just go fight a monster. For the bleeding one, you might have to get really low on health and start walking over traps to trigger the bleeding effects. It's kind of RNG for there. But yeah, those are the other 2 death achievements. Feel free to get them while you're doing this. You don't have to sit there and spam X after you've gotten the death from food. For our second time through, I have dedicated our entire group to RNGesus, the dictator of all random number generators. And, at last, they have all fallen. To appease the doomsday gods.
The fiend of
A thousand faces.
And it looks like once more, we must provide sacrifices to the dark gods. Our final sacrifice comes to its end, once more appeasing the dark god RNGesus, the god of death Tuoni, and the abomination that is N'Zoth. I had to throw in at least one WoW reference, okay? You may not fear death, but it will welcome you with open arms. And at last, there shall be doom upon all the worlds.
Cower before my true form. Bow down before the god of death.
The thick mist seeping from the pillar of despair. It swallows the whole town like an ominous cloud. One by one, everything in Arta falls apart. People, buildings, earth, everything becoming nothing, turning into dust. Along with the mist, the entire world around you starts to flutter away into the spiraling whirlwind. Before you can even process what's happening, Heinrich appears out of nowhere and approaches you. We have run out of time. Events will unfold by the book, just as the god wanted. You feel your body lighten, slowly dispersing like sand in the wind, as your consciousness fades to black.